1981, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns met up. Beautiful fight. Just a beautiful fight. And at the end of that fight, craving for the rematch. We gotta get this rematch. What a fight. Well, we had to wait 8 years. It wasn't until 1989 that these two guys met up. And it kind of reminds me of the excitement we have coming this weekend. March 13th, we will see Chocolatito and Juan Francisco Estrada, who met up initially in 2012, had a unanimous decision win for Chocolatito. One judge scoring it 118, 110. Two judges scoring it 116 to 112. And Juan Francisco Estrada believed he should have had his hand raised. So did a lot of Juan Francisco Estrada fans. And now, 9 years later, this weekend, that question will be answered. For the love of sport, let's talk about it. What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back, speaking my sports talk. I Y'all know what it is. Juan Francisco Estrada Chocolatito coming to you this weekend. And will we get the same thing that we got 12 years ago? Will it be a unanimous decision? When will Chocolatito do it again? Or will Juan Francisco Estrada revenge that loss? Will he avenge that loss? Will he say, listen, man, I should have had my hand raised 9 years ago, but now I'm back? A lot of people believe that, Chocolatito may have lost the step because the fight was so close that he may not have enough to, you know, may not have enough in him to overcome. Chocolatito had a knee surgery. But after that knee surgery, guys, came back. He came back strong. Fuentes, Diacos, Khalid Yafai, Israel Gonzalez. He came back strong. He looked good. Problem is, Khalid Yafai and Gonzalez and those guys that know Juan Francisco Estrada. And still the fans think, is that enough? Does he have enough? Does he have enough in him to get past this? Will we see a repeat of what we've seen before? Because in that first fight, four, five, three, four, five punch combinations was Chocolatito throwing at Estrada, and Estrada couldn't level of work up. He couldn't keep up with Chocolatito's work rate, and he just, he outpointed him in the eyes of some of these judges. But will Chocolatito have that in him in 2021? That's the question. When I first heard about this fight, I'm gung ho Chocolatito fan, and I say, Chocolatito gonna do it again. But as I started looking at the fight and what happened after Wrong Versailles is an opponent that both of these guys met in the ring with, and Chocolatito lost to him twice, which is, a lot of people were giving Chocolatito a lot of heat back then. Like, yeah, he's done, he's over the hill, he's past it. Chocolatito has bounced back very, very well after those losses to Rung Basai. However, Juan Francisco Estrada lost, but avenged his loss, and he's looking to avenge his loss again versus Chocolatito. Very, very, very interesting. I believe the winner of this fight will fight either the winner of Rung Vasai, and I cannot remember his opponent, but they're about to fight, or Kazutai looking to get in there with the winner of this fight. Very interesting all around the board. You know, the closer I get to this fight, the more I'm starting to lean toward Juan Francisco Estrada. Just looking at everything surrounding this fight, the time where Chocolatito, how much he's lost. One step, two steps, it doesn't matter how much less of a fighter as he was back then with Juan Francisco Estrada. We do know that level of activity, and Estrada also dealt with injury, and that may play a part. But when I look at two guys in their last few fights, I must admit that Juan Francisco Estrada looks to be a bit more fresh of the two. And that concerns me in this fight with Chocolatito. Skill wise and stylistic matchup is beautiful. I think it's just as beautiful as what we had in the past, but one guy may have lost a little more, than before. Uh, and that's Chocolatito. He's more of an efficient boxer. Some will say economical, more economical these days, and that may that may be that may get him in trouble because again, remember when they initially met up in 2012, it was because he outworked him because he was landing better combinations, at least in the eyes of the judges. Will he be able to put out that type of performance? Will he be able to stop Juan Francisco Estrada, or will Juan Francisco Estrada get the stoppage on Chocolatito? I believe both of these guys could win by stoppage. Both of these guys could win by decision. It's a very close fight. Um, and again, I said initially Chocolatito. Right now, after watching three fights, I've watched three fights of each of these guys, and I'm with a split or majority decision actually in the favor of Juan Francisco Estrada. However, again, I'm rooting for Chocolatito, but it's just going to be an amazing fight, guys. Do not miss it. I'm definitely going to be doing this card. We also have Jessica McCaskill's and oh goodness, Cecilia Breaker's rematch on that card. Another great rematch. So, guys, it's going to be a lightning card. We're going to be here on this channel, well, on D and JB's boxing cage, but we're going to be live for the fight. We're going to have a good time. No way in hell would I miss that fight. And look, man. Again, Sugar Ray, Tommy Hearn. Now we got Chocolatito, Juan Francisco Estrada. I can't wait. And y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.